last time we left off, the party had made the decision that they want to purchase the rundown tavern after getting their quotes. They have not paid for it yet, but they're going to be doing that probably this session.
I would like to note that I already have paid for it, because otherwise we can't afford it anymore.
You did not pay for it. You just deducted the gold cost from your sheet.
Oh, okay. Well, that's close enough to what I meant. Continue.
It has not been a day yet.
It's been...
Yes, I know.
It's been a day, just hasn't been a day yet.
You guys headed to the blacksmith, where you, Corland, thought about commissioning your shield repaired, and instead opted to just buy a new one, and are having Kaelin put the emblem on that shield, and you'll probably be able to pick that up tomorrow. Probably on the way to go pay for your tavern. And you all made your way to Kestrel's family house, where you met Kestrel's some of Kestrel's siblings who were there. All of the iterations of Tasha, the main one, seemingly now much younger than previously you met her. And now I believe it is Kestrel, Alte, and Ender's character, who is named Adelheim, heading to the basement to Tasha's study with her, while Corland and Warden, the two of you, are now in the kitchen with another Tasha, who is cooking. I do want to also just announce Ender is going to be taking a break from the campaign. He'll be coming back and joining back in again in the future. But he has wanted to take a short break from D&D. So I've talked with him, know what his character is going to be doing in the interim. But it may be a few sessions before he's actually back live with us. With that being said, Kestrel, Alte, and Adelheim all head to the basement with Tasha to investigate Alte's mask.
Yep.
As you are making your way down, she's kind of talking with you all, asking Alte asking you some questions like, so you've been able to remove your mask before?
Yes. Mostly, yeah, I take it off pretty often.
But now for some reason it won't come off, and at least when we tried to take it off, there was the golden light coming out from under it.
You want me to do it again?
Has that ever happened before?
Try to take it off. Not to my memory, no. It's just a mask.
And speaking of, I know you are calling yourself Alte now, but you're also June? Or at least your friends are saying you're June?
Everyone's called me that for some reason. I have no idea why.
Huh.
My name's Alte. I have been my entire life. I have no idea what's going on with everyone else. Or me.
Well, okay. All things that we can look into. She opens the door. You make your way into her study. It's not a huge room, but it's a decent sized basement room. Has her workbenches, this big cauldron in the middle, some tables off to one side. Back is lined with bookshelves with different tomes on it. Well, I have a few things that I can try here. Let's see. Adelheim is kind of poking around, like sitting down to like learn, wanting to study what she's doing. Kestrel, she is now at one of her workbenches, kind of mixing a few things together. Kestrel, can you go grab me the vial of blood from the third shelf?
Mother never changed, does it? As she flutters up to the third shelf, always wanting me to get the things off of the high shelves. Which one, the green blood or the purple blood?
Get both of them for me, please.
All right, if you say so.
She
flutters back down with 2 vials of blood. Hands them over to Tasha.
Yeah, she's mixing a second batch of stuff together. She takes the green blood and adds it to one. The purple blood adds it to another. Brings over the one that was mixed with the green blood over to you, Alte. Just sit down right over here. Points to one of the chairs.
I would like to point out, and Alte would notice this, as she pours those 2 vials, Kestrel visibly like cringes and looks kind of surprised.
Alright. Is it at least a comfortable chair?
It is a chair that is made of wood.
I noticed you didn't really answer his question.
It is a chair and it is made of wood. I will leave it to you to determine if Alte finds a wooden chair comfortable or not.
I mean,
it's a little small.
Is the issue.
Yeah, that's part of the part. Small. Alright.
She comes over with the mixture that she had used the green blood in. Kind of uses this mixture with a small brush, paints some arcane runes on the floor in a circle around you. Begins chanting a spell under her breath. And you see kind of the runes kind of light up and then fizzle away. Okay, go ahead and try taking off your mask now.
Alright then.
Right, you reach up.
Take it off.
You try to take off the mask. It doesn't come off.
That one actually hurt a bit.
Oh, did that not work?
No, I think I hit my head with it. I went back in my head.
Oh, yeah, yes. You should be careful in case this doesn't work. Okay. She kind of takes the mixture and kind of tosses it away. Okay.
Quick question. When she tosses it, how close does it get to Kestrel?
Probably like within like 5-10 feet.
Kestrel will violently jump away from it.
Okay.
Sort of
Yeah.
hover there for half a second, then settle back down.
Yeah, no, it goes past you and into this big empty container. And
Carry
nothing
on.
else happens. She goes and gets the other one. She's kind of muttering to herself. Paints kind of the same runes in the same pattern. Again, a circle around the chair that Alte is sitting in. Begins chanting a spell under her breath. A couple quick gestures with her hands, and again the runes kind of light up and flare up. And this time, Alte, you can feel kind of this. How many people have ever gotten a head rush?
I don't do drugs.
No, like, you're sitting down for a long time and you stand up too quickly and, like, you get dizzy and, like, your vision gets blurry or black.
That's
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I've had that like once in a blue moon.
pretty much every time I stand up.
Yeah, okay.
I had it once. I was standing for too long, just blood left my head.
At least I'm not the only one that gets that fairly regularly.
You have problems.
Yeah,
You
I'm
get-
gonna have to agree with that.
You get a massive head rush, Alte, as you begin to feel like really dizzy. You're kind of holding onto the edges of the chair to keep yourself as stable as you can. Your vision kind of fading in and out, blurring and going to black, and then coming back in again. A few seconds later. The rest of you are seeing kind of as the runes flare up. This light kind of passes along the floor to the chair that Alte is sitting in, and kind of pass up through Alte, and the mask disappears.
What?
Doesn't
Yeah.
doesn't come off, doesn't fall off. The mask just with this light vanishes.
God damn it.
Alte,
Got my head.
as your
Oh, fuck.
vision is kind of blurring in and out, everything that we talked about, you now know all of that.
Well, he's not dead yet, so that is a good sign. Oh, he's not mute either.
Hmm?
Well, this isn't a spell that would cause him to die.
And what kind of spell was that?
Oh, it's something that I came up with. It's very helpful, especially with elementals, creatures from other planes being. Sometimes things can get mixed up when you're summoning. Just judging from your mask and what I could tell from it, it's worth a shot. As she
I'm
takes,
just
she
glad
takes-
it did not somehow purge his entire personality from the body.
I mean, it shouldn't have.
Like, it sort of did, I think.
Oh well, that's not good.
What?
She now tosses this mixture behind her as well.
Kestrel will dodge if it comes within 2 feet of her.
it's like within like 5 feet, crashes in the same empty container.
Hmm.
It also does not explode.
She has perfected the back throw apparently.
Explosion isn't the only thing that happens with these when Kestrel has to help out her mother, okay?
What the? What?
Well,
One time she went to school, And she had to explain to everyone that no, she was perfectly fine in spite of the fact that one of her legs was missing because it had gotten turned invisible.
That's a good story, actually.
Tasha kind of walks over
I would
and
have used it.
kind of pokes you. Well, are you still Alte?
Yeah, no. Yeah, I think so.
She kind of turns to Kestrel. Is this normal?
I'm not entirely certain at this point.
I'm
Okay.
not sure who Alta is anymore, actually, now that I think about it.
I feel like there was something very strange going on with him from the start. He may have kickstarted something or fixed something that was broken originally, or just bottled confusion. I don't know, honestly. At this point, I was not paying attention to your mixture.
I kind of remember, actually, now. Like, all of it.
Oh, well, I mean, that's good.
Yeah, now I'm more confused. I remember dying. And that's not right, I think.
Well, is he dead, Kestrel?
Not as far as I know.
Well, I mean, I don't think he's dead. Are you dead?
Mother, you
Maybe?
can't
No, I don't think so.
logically get the good answer that way unless you're a cleric, maybe?
But, I'm not sure, actually, at this point anymore.
She kind of walks over to one of her shelves. I'm sure I put it around here somewhere. Ah, there it is. And takes a small iron sigil on a chain and kind of walks over and kind of puts it up against your head, Altai.
I recognize what you're doing, and while I appreciate the concern, please stop.
No, he's not undead.
Mother, what happened to the
Or dead.
bottle of holy water with this with the spritzer attachment that you had before?
I don't know. It's probably around here somewhere too.
Want to borrow my holy water? I have several.
A, that sounds terrible. B, I was going to say that I think Maganda might have taken it as a salad dressing container at one point. I recall seeing it there. Surprised it took you so long to replace it.
Oh yes, no. One of my coworkers gave me this. If you put it up to an undead, it'll get rid of them. So he's not undead.
Wait, by get rid of, do you mean like banishment or disintegration? You know what? Forget it. I don't
really know how it works.
know why I ask.
I've never had to use it before. Things to test out.
I reach out to like to rub my own head because the head rush is still going on a little bit right now. Did I just like notice the mask's not there anymore? Because I apparently had it on for like 3 days. It did notice the first time around.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me perception.
Oh, great.
You got
I
a
can do
perception,
that.
right?
How many dollars perception do you need?
Yeah, no,
That
you-
was-
there's no mask there. You're touching your face.
Unless your face is the mask. Dun dun dun!
Oh. Oh, it's gone. Face, just touching his own face like, hey, it's gone.
Oh yeah, no, the mask it
He's crying, like, a lot, actually.
Okay.
I think I hated that thing.
Oh, I mean, it disappeared when I did the spell.
I am quite honestly quite confused.
That is the appropriate response.
Give me a minute, give me a minute, give me a minute, give me a minute. Well, alright. Try to push myself up from the chair. Well then.
Still a little bit
That's
dizzy.
right, but stumble. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm good.
Still a
I'm
little
good.
bit dizzy. Tasha comes over, helps you, kind of steadies you. Oh, did you want to summon your familiar again?
Familiar. Right, that thing.
She picks up walks over, picks up a big brazier, puts it down in front of you.
You just have that around. I mean, I know you have that one room with like 20 of these, but you just have one everywhere, don't you?
Yes?
Alte or June or whatever, think about who my siblings are, and then see if you still need to ask that question.
Concern. Well, decide not important. Alright.
No, concern may in fact be the correct response.
You use the word may when you mean is.
I know what I said.
I think I need to think, but this would be nice to just take a second to think about stuff. Right.
Well, I'll let you do the summoning. At this point, Adelheim is kind of just looking around, studying some of the books. Kind of poking around through the waste container, looking at the mixture she used.
Adelheim, I must quickly ask, does your magic come from an extraplanar entity?
That's a wonderful question.
Because if so, I would not touch that on the off chance that it might eat your fingers. Otherwise, I would not touch that on the off chance it might eat your fingers, but for a different reason.
I don't know. He never put any of his backstory stuff in there.
Ha ha! Sounds like Ender.
Yep.
That means you get to make it up.
I'll just say no.
And it might take his fingers off, but for completely different reasons.
His fingers, in fact, are all still intact.
Thank goodness.
Nice rhyming. And they say the Kestrel's frustration grew 3 sizes that day. No. His fingers, in fact, are all still intact, and they say that Kestrel's frustration grew 3 sizes that day.
Yep.
Please don't be so dismayed.
Over the next hour, you're going to cast, Find Familiar.
Ooh, choose Quipper.
Yes, Quipper, I love fish. We're going to the sea, people.
What are you summoning it as?
Good question. I have not thought this far ahead.
Well, you are doing
Didn't think
that.
I'd get this far, right?
While you are doing that, Kestrel, Adelheim, do you, can head upstairs?
Of course.
Just once you're finished, dump in any residue left just into the container over there. She points at the one that she was tossing the mixtures into.
It's like a horrible idea to start mixing all these things in there.
You know, they shouldn't react. It should be fine.
Before
Alright.
they get upstairs, though.
Kestrel is going to once again wonder how she lives in this family and how Tasha isn't dead.
Because you made her as a living character.
Okay, so I'm start playing owl, raven, or bat. Because I want to be flying and sort of nocturnal, and I think ravens are nocturnal. Are they?
Ravens are crepuscular, I think.
But yes,
I know they're at least out in the day.
You were saying something?
Yeah, before they get upstairs and while all that's going on, Warden's going to turn to the elderly Tasha that's upstairs in the kitchen with them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, Miss Floozy, I was wondering if maybe you've ever encountered something like this before. And I take out one of the Black Spawn Stalker horns.
Oh no, my last name is Whitsorrow.
Most looks confused. Peter looks incredibly offended. As Peter goes over you. Excuse me. What?
Which one is Peter?
Peter is the Earth Ganassi.
Alright, Warden, you have a big... Wait, how big is Peter? I
Never
don't
rolled
know.
anything for it. Let's say he's actually 5'4". He's pretty short.
You have a short rock man who seems to be angry with you.
Oh my god. This is too much. Please stop.
I'd also like to point out, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, a full, 6 inches of his height is just his hair crystals.
So really, he's about 4 foot.
Yes. He's a smallish build, but
How
very...
tall is Corland again?
Oh god, do I... I'm trying to remember.
Just out of curiosity.
Corland is fucking short, bro.
Corland is...
3 feet 4 inches.
Okay, so a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Peter is short, but he's very built. He's stout and strong. Also made of rock.
What? I was asking if your mother's ever boinked one of these Black Spawn Stalkers, I think they were called.
Don't appreciate the implications, and B, she wouldn't be alive.
Oh god.
How am I supposed to know what you draw the line at? Looking around the rest of the room real quickly.
This
Give
is
me
the
a
point at
second.
which Peter would point out that she has too much common sense to do that with demons, but truth exists, so...
Oh,
Okay.
god.
Your point is still invalid.
No, he never actually says this, I'm just saying in a meta sense.
Hold up. I have to check how something works.
Uh-oh.
Is there a save on this?
Always a good sign, guys.
Yeah.
No, there's no save on this.
Cool.
I don't think. Yeah, no. you watch as Tasha kind of glances over, makes a couple quick gestures, mutters something. You see this kind of sphere start to bubble out and then kind of condense down around Warden. And you see Warden trying to say something, and no sound is coming out.
Shut down.
Freaking force cage him?
No, she cast a modified version of silence that, rather than making it a 20-foot sphere, targets a single target and mutes them for up to an hour. Concentration.
You got punished, dude.
Parenting spell.
Yes, basically.
That is a very powerful variation.
They have
That's
to be-
actually very powerful.
you have to stay within 120 feet of them for the spell to continue to have effect or it breaks, but that's a bigger range than this house is.
Well, still, I'll slide the Blackspawn Stalker horn, one of those Blackspawn Stalker horns, towards her, and just kind of gesture at it.
No, I can't say I've ever seen one of these, personally, but you said it was called a Blackspawn Stalker. I know those are, creation of Tiamat.
I start mouthing stuff, but, I'm silent, so nothing's coming out.
Yes.
You got punished, son.
And who else is in the room with us? Just Peter,
Corland.
Bose, Corland. Peter will turn to Corland. How did he come into possession of one of those?
You remember that mountain we talked about blowing up because of the elemental? That was kind of in Buddy. Yeah, before that happened, we ran into these damn things. Bit of a pain in the ass to kill.
You
But
mean
we survived it.
you ran into them near the city?
In the caves that we were working our, job at. Yeah.
I mean, for the purposes of these creatures, that's relatively close.
Well, it's also a bit concerning because normally they can't come to this plane without a direct portal.
And let me guess, someone to manage the said portal.
Tiamat's in one of the circles in the Nine Hells. So that would be concerning.
And I mean, it is only the first circle, but that's still, well, technically the border of the first circle, but that's...
It does mean that there's probably a portal to hell in those caves.
Or the remains of one, or someone who made one.
That's equally as concerning.
You'd see, actually, Warden's eyes kind of glow a little bit brighter than normal at the sound of that.
Can you please let the damn thing talk? I know he insulted you there, but he can't exactly apologize until you let him speak.
Oh, but he's apologizing right now. Oh, fine. She kind of snaps her fingers and whatever
Alright,
you're in
well-
the middle of saying starts up.
Well, really, no, at that point there, his eyes were just kind of glowing a little bit brighter than normal. He wasn't actually talking.
Oh, well, now you can.
There's a bit of internal monologue going on in his head.
Greatly appreciated, Mom, and I apologize for his rudeness in his stead. You're saying there, Warden, and please choose your words tactfully. Don't be stupid like me.
And if
I
you
thought
want
you were
to,
the smartest one in our party.
and if you want to apologize, I'd be very curious to see what makes you function.
Peter and Bose both look at older Tasha.
I look at both of them. You guys see my point, right?
Look, you don't want to be shut down, you do you? You're talking to a last. You're talking to one of the last.
She was very specifically saying she would like to literally take you apart and see what makes you function as.
I'd like to point out the reason they're both looking at her like this is because her current iteration probably looks like 60-something. The way she phrased that could be taken very badly, and they don't know Warden's a robot.
Yes.
Coral, look, Warden, do you still owe Kipsy? Or not Kipsy, do you still owe Kestrel money? Does she still kind of quote own your lease?
Nope, not anymore. I paid that off.
Oh, you fucked it.
Oh, were you Kestrel's slave?
Not
For a
quite.
little bit, yes.
Oh god. Oh my god! This is
They
going...
both just turn and look back at Warden.
And this is what a 10 charisma gets you, folks.
No, I didn't think Kestrel bought slaves.
Well, she didn't technically buy me. More like indentured servitude. To pay off bills.
Oh well, that's fair. That's totally different.
It depends upon who you talk to. Slavery is slavery in some places. Doesn't really matter what you call it.
But no, calm down,
Right,
both of
I'm
you.
going to.
Both of you, calm down. I'm just very curious about how this one works. I've never seen a living animatronic before.
They both turn to look at Warden again, but differently.
Oh yeah, that's right. You weren't here the first time. And I go ahead and I pull down the hood that's kind of covering my face for the most part.
Yeah, he's a walking, talking robot.
Bose just looks at him for a minute. Huh. Peter, on the other hand, is now, like, has somehow procured from somewhere a pair of forceps and a magnifying glass, and is forcibly inspecting one of the points where your armor meets the rest of your body.
Well, I say somebody takes after them, or?
And as this is happening, Kestrel and Adelheim and the other Tasha walk in.
Welcome back, Kestrel.
Peter, stop cross-examining the guests.
Secrets out about Warden
Peter,
and the robot
Peter.
and the rest of your family now.
Looks up, and he's got, like, Benjamin Franklin glasses on, except all of the extra lenses are on one side. I'm gonna have to, so I've determined so far that roughly 1,000-year-old metal.
A little bit more than that, I believe, possibly.
I think it's in your character backstory, isn't it?
Let me see here, actually. It has been a little while. Where the heck is that?
Have Peter make me an investigation check with advantage.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Wait, what? No, that's not the thing I put for him.
I don't know if we ever.
Right,
actually
so I don't know
determined-
why he has that and not... I gave him investigation, but now somehow he has religion? Which doesn't make any sense for him.
No.
Yeah, I switched it.
Roughly 1,000 years. Give or take a few hundred.
It's difficult to get a accurate measurement after a certain period of time.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell, like, there's clear indications of some kind of magical preservation, so it's hard to really nail down, but at least roughly, like, 800 to 1,000.
right? And as you're briefly saying this to him, Warden, Kestrel has somehow managed to like come around you and grabs him by the arm. I said not to manhandle the guests, or I will manhandle you.
You know, we've been talking about phrasing for the past 5 minutes, actually.
Yeah, you might want to be careful about what you say, Kestrel. Well, actually, no, you might be safe. This is your family. But
Kestrel looks at Corland, looks at Warden. You're both terrible people.
I'm not even a person.
And you knew this about me since how long ago again?
Am I a person?
Nobody is not a... Wait.
There's at least
think
one
so.
non-person here.
I think so.
my lord.
It's the living
Robots
robot.
are people too. Possibly. We're not really sure. There's a lot of debate about this.
Oh. But no, Warden's gonna turn back over to actually younger Tasha and just
she's not
start
there.
talking with. Huh? Oh, she's not there yet. Okay.
Nope, neither
Oh, I
is
thought-
Adelheim.
Oh, okay. They're still downstairs. Got it. Sorry. All right.
Nope,
well,
they
he'll turn back...
came upstairs.
Oh, okay. They came upstairs. They're just not here anymore.
Yeah,
Correct.
Okay.
you
Well,
can
that
hear
takes
their
away-
voices coming from the main room you were in before, but
No, that makes it a little less fun. But anyways, Warden turns back over to the slightly more mature Tasha. Anyways, you said that these things could only come through with a portal to hell.
well,
That-
yes, they are creations of Tiamat.
That would suggest that there is a portal to hell somewhere in the worm tunnels.
Yes, that is what I said. That is correct.
That does not jive too well with me.
This is the first time you're hearing this, Kestrel.
I take the horn back.
Oh, well,
I
The-
have a feeling
I could-
Kipsy's not gonna be all too pleased with this either.
I mean, I could buy the horn from you.
I assume you're speaking of the bat. And she points at the horn.
Yes, no, well, I mean, I could buy Warden from you as well.
I do not-
Corland's just gonna bust out laughing.
I do not currently know that I ever own Warden.
Oh no, you can blame that one on me.
Oh, we're just making all kinds of family issues today.
Oh, don't flatter yourself. They were like this before you got here.
Out of
But yes,
curiosity.
no, I was talking about the horn. I'm sure it would be a very interesting object to study. I could probably do some very interesting things with it.
I was actually curious about what kind of uses these horns might have. They seem to be quite valuable. Even the guild was interested in paying, I think it was something like 50 gold per horn.
Let me double check for you.
Yeah.
Where did I put it? Was it in here? They were offering you 50 gold.
On the
Nice
money.
tidy sum there.
Well, I mean, obviously they'd be useful for obviously, I'm sure the guild would like to use them for crafting. They could be used probably in a number of rituals. You might be able to use them for summoning. Good.
Tracking, I think, was the one they would be the more interested in, yes?
Which one?
Tracking, scrying, that sort of thing.
Yes, you could use it for that as well. Possibly. I feel like it would be much more useful as a component in magic.
Well, that is what I meant. And any spell to track or find demons that have the same kind of...
What I mean real magic. None of that hocus pocus.
Wait, what constitutes as hocus pocus and what constitutes as real magic now?
According to my mother, real magic is conjuration and everything else is hocus pocus.
Sounds about right.
This is
That makes-
accurate.
I would be willing to part with at least one of these horns with you, if you so desire.
That would be very useful for my research.
Just do me a favor and don't summon a demon.
I mean, I feel like I would be more likely to summon a devil, but
Whichever. Point being, don't summon anything from those two planes.
but why?
Because we already have a portal to hell somewhere else, quite possibly. Which begs my follow-up question. Is there a chance that that portal might still be active even though more than half of the worm tunnels blew up?
I'd also like to point out, Mother, that one time with the imp infestation, and it was quite problematic to remove.
But I mean, just imagine if we could get I mean, we're trying to get elementals to do work for the city, but just imagine if we could get devils to do work for the city.
For the love of God, one elemental already blew up Worm Tunnel. I just mentioned that.
I feel that dealing with the
I mean, that's why I
devils
kept
may be more problematic than you're thinking, Mother.
But I mean, I've dealt with them before.
Wasn't
Yes.
Tiefling.
Well, I mean, yes. That's where truth came from.
That was primarily because, if I recall correctly, you mixed up the type of summoning salts.
I glare menacingly at both Peter and, what's the other guy? The Bulls guy's name?
Bose?
Bose.
No, Bose didn't, by the way, when you said that about it, he basically didn't react. He reacted when she said she wanted to find out how you worked.
Oh, okay. Well, he glares at Peter at that point, though.
Peter glares back at you, but he's still wearing the weird spectacles, so it's like one eye and one, like, multifaceted different focus eye.
I just say to him, look into my eyes. Deeply.
He just very slowly lowers another lens on the glasses.
Oh, Carlos is like, oh God, can somebody get me some beer for this show? This is better. This is better than the bar brawl that I had 2 months ago.
I do not break eye contact with Peter.
Tasha just waves her hand and a thing of beer appears in front of you, Corland.
Oh, you're so sweet, madam. Thank you.
Warden will actually, still staring at Peter though. Hey Kestrel, is it safe to leave one of these with your mother? And I wave the horn around.
Of course.
I am not the correct person to ask about that.
You're the only person that I can trust at this point. At least when it comes to advice about your mother.
Is not wrong, but at the same time, probably not right.
If you sell it to the guild, it will likely come into at least cursory examination by her anyway. Might as well skip the middleman. As long as she uses the proper salts this time.
That's not making me feel any more comfortable. But alright. And I'll go ahead and take out the second black spawn stalker horn as well. How much are you willing to offer for these?
Oh well, I mean, I can purchase both of them. If you're
Indeed.
selling both of them.
Might as well. I don't think I'm going to get too much more use out of them.
Money.
Well, let's see. There's enough here. Grind at least half of one of these up. That should last me for a couple of months.
Hey, payment first.
Oh, let her
can
do her math.
Probably use one of them in their entirety.
Oh, I thought she was already getting started.
That might
Oh.
be safer down at the lab. That would definitely be safer down at the lab.
Hey, Peter. I do not blink.
He's right, he don't.
I have a question where, well, no,
I'd-
finish your thing with the sale first.
I'd be willing to pay you 100 gold for each.
Alright, you have a deal.
Warden, as you're saying that, you notice Peter doesn't seem to blink either.
The third Tasha comes down from upstairs, counting
Is this
out.
the kid Tasha?
No. This is like the middle-aged Tasha. Comes
Oh, okay.
downstairs, kind of counting out the last bit of gold and puts it in your hand, and then walks back upstairs.
Still staring at Peter.
Peter's still staring at Warden.
Alright, well, Warden now has 200 gold in his hand.
Kestrel is going to grab the bags and start counting them out into smaller bags. Assuming the Warden doesn't stop her.
200 gold?
Yeah.
No, he kind of just like actually leaves it on the table more so.
Yeah, we work together to fight those things. She's splitting the gold between the party.
Oh, well, that's fine. At which point, the young Tasha walks in with Edelheim, and the older Tasha hands her the horns. Oh, I was talking with your friend here.
No.
He's going to be staying here to assist me with my my study.
That's not what I mean no to. Make sure there is at least one responsible adult among the group you hand those to.
But I'm yes, that's me.
You're not an adult.
You're not an adult, and I turn to Adelheim, and you're not responsible.
I am both responsible and an adult.
God. I'm sorry. I am now in Goham. I need an adult.
I am an adult.
Oh,
You
I'm
can
having
be so
much fun
silly
here.
sometimes, Kestrel. And she walks downstairs with Edelheim.
Stop her.
I think that you're a little late for that, and I am of a mind not to stop him.
If she blows up the city, I blame you, Corland.
Yeah, you can blame me all you want.
The city won't blame him.
Nope.
The city will be gone.
Yep.
I've got no qualms over it. Because I've got me mayor.
So yeah, I'll tell you. You're
Actually,
downstairs, finding your familiar,
also,
and you
Corland,
see Tasha and Edelheim walk back in. Tasha seems to be carrying the two horns that Warden was carrying around that he had cut off the stalkers, and she's instructing Edelheim to grab a couple things, and she kind of takes this knife out from this kind of weird glyphed sheath on the side of the table. And you can see as she takes it out, kind of the glyphs on the sheath begin to glow, and the knife kind of turns like red hot, and she begins kind of sawing the horn in half.
So, gotta say with Corland, as they're as this whole thing is going on with Peter and Warden and Kestrel and Erbob, Corland, Bosch just sort of elbows you a little bit. Let me know what you think. I grew the hops for that myself.
It's a pretty nice tangy little kick to it. I like it. Yes, you're gonna go into mass production with this? I think you've got yourself quite a product here.
It wouldn't work that way.
But it still works for friends and family, I guess.
Do you like grow the hops on his shoulder or something?
Maybe.
I'm just gonna say this right now. That wouldn't phase Corland one bit. Even with that revelation, he would just take a look at the beer, take a look back at the dude, and take another swig.
Plans, man.
It does, in fact, contain alcohol.
Exactly.
Yes.
And that is all that matters. Because let's face it, it's beer. The cause of, and solution to, all of life's problems.
I mean, technically speaking, beer is a solution. Chemically.
Well, dinner is almost ready. If you're all hungry.
I wouldn't mind a meal, though I'd feel like I'd be imposing a little much lunch. You've already supplied me a good brew.
No, it's no trouble at all. Plus, it seems like Peter and Warden are both still doing their thing.
Neither of them has moved.
Oh, there's problems with stare downs between that type of setting. It'll never end.
Do you eat?
I think that was for Warden.
Oh. Sorry. So distracted by Peter's very beautiful eyes.
He just looks you dead in the face and takes the left one out.
Oh my god!
Is that how you wash them?
Oh, this is one for the foot. This is one for the books, ladies and gentlemen.
Peter, what have I told you about taking your eyes out at the table?
He puts his eye back in his head.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
For the record, it's made of corundum.
I want to visit here more often. I haven't had this much fun in so long.
Warden might be able to craft it into a weapon.
Ooh.
Well, that would be very difficult, as corundum is the scientific name for rubies and sapphires.
Warden
are
might be
notoriously-
able to craft it into a weapon.
Difficult to work with in any sense of large-scale usage.
It has been done though.
I didn't say forge it. I said craft it into.
Imagining now, like, some point in the future, he crafts them into weapons. It's just like, Peter, hey kids, want to see a trick? And he pulls out his eyes and they're actually daggers.
No. Like, actually, that would be kind of interesting. I'm curious what would happen if. I'm actually curious what the.
You ever heard the term staring daggers into somebody?
Wow.
No. I'm very curious what would actually happen mechanically if Warden made a sword, left up a place in it in the middle for a gemstone to get set, and then set the eye into the middle of the sword. Would Peter
First
be
of all,
able to
there's-
see everywhere the sword went?
I don't think so.
But that is a wonderful thing to wonder.
It's quite beautiful, actually.
As one of my friends said once, it's a circle of life. It moves us all in ways we don't want to admit.
But yes,
Back to the original question. Sorry. No, I don't really eat. Or at least I gain no sustenance from it.
Okay. And she dishes out food for everyone else that's not Warden.
I will say, Peter continues to stare at Warden while he eats.
Warden goes over to make it a little bit easier for Pete. At this point, it's just a game to Warden, and he's just having fun with it.
Kestrel, you notice, has her typical decorum. Bose doesn't even use silverware. He just straight up picks up a big wad of food and puts it in his mouth and chews.
It's very messy because it's like it's
I like-
rice.
Lad, I like your style.
Yeah, and you notice, as he's doing this, some of it, like, drips onto his chest,
Does
and the little
Corland-
fungal blooms there just...
Does Corland stop using silverware?
No, he's still going to use silverware because, he is in the home of one of his teammates, and, well, let's put it this way. He's got 0 boost for charisma, but he at least knows better than to piss off somebody of royalty.
Sorry,
Is
what?
that a royalty?
He thinks they're royalty at least.
Oh, okay.
Or at least
They're-
high
they
class,
are-
like
they
nobles or
are-
something?
They are upper crust. Let's put it that way.
Tasha is not royalty.
Technically, I was gonna say, not royalty, but rub shoulders with those sort of people. Kestrel
Uh-huh.
probably has also rubbed shoulders with those sort of people, probably in a different context. Bose very obviously does not, or does not care. One of the two. No, but yeah, as he's eating, and it's sort of sloppy and stuff drips from his fingers, some of it, like, makes it onto his chest, and you see the little fungal blooms in his fur sort of, like, lean towards it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually quite gross.
And yeah, as you guys are all about halfway through dinner, Alte, you have finished finding your familiar from wherever it was lost. What form is your familiar taking?
I rolled for it, and I got owl as the decision I wanted.
Ha!
Okay. Alte comes upstairs.
With an owl on his shoulder.
I like to imagine just muttering, so much Swedish furniture. I was lost for years.
So Alte comes upstairs
Whoa,
with an owl on his
whoa.
shoulder.
Why the IKEA?
Trying to come up with a name for this owl. What should your name be?
I see you summoned your familiar again?
Familiar. Not entirely sure if it's the same one, but yes.
Well, of course it is. It's in a different shape, but it's the same familiar.
Familiar, yes. Poke the bird.
Which bird?
I was gonna say,
My bird.
Kestrel would be very indignant about that.
Kestrel or the owl?
You know,
Owl.
Warden doesn't eat, but Jorha is actually there right now.
Jorha is outside because there is not enough room in the house for Jorha.
Oh, okay.
You mean there's not
Jorha
enough?
is
Sure, huh?
I mean,
Jorha
there's
is...
not enough hallway clearance.
Yes, basically.
There's definitely room for him somewhere in the house.
Jorha is big.
It's the door that's tiny. Or at least tinier than Jorha. Who's, again, is quite big.
He got pretty big.
Yeah.
Oh. He's big.
I will,
He's big. You know it.
I will name you Astros. Yes, that's a good name for you. Good bird.
Just remember to write that down because I won't remember it.
I don't expect you to do nothing. I actually expect you to actively screw me over.
Why?
Yeah,
He's
reasons.
talking to the owl.
No, the bird's fine. This is Astros. I expect Astros to go off, be a normal owl that gets shot in the back for no apparent reason.
I look to no, I don't look to Kestrel.
But yes, which bird do you poke? Do you poke the owl or do you poke Kestrel?
Well, of course my owl.
Okay. But yes, I'll tell you, you are now in the room with everyone else who's eating. Did you want some food?
What are you having?
What are you buying?
Well, we have some rice that I've been cooking up.
I'll pretend I have any that we've said and go with yes. Let's do this. I'll have some food.
Yeah,
I said
silent.
rice.
You said rice and stopped.
Yes,
Yes,
there's
rice.
rice. She said there's some rice that she cooked up.
Everyone likes rice.
What is it like? Rice, rice cakes, rice pudding, rice pilaf, risotto?
Like steamed white.
Oh, that does make them upper class here, actually, I would think.
Yeah. It's
rice.
it's like white rice. It's really fancy food.
For here.
I'd like to imagine they might also serve some vegetables with it because, I apologize that I never mentioned this to you, Silent, but Bose does maintain a garden near the house.
Oh, then yeah, there's probably like some like slightly burnt like fried broccoli and like some like squash
I'm
or
wondering
something.
who just eats rice. Just rice.
Some yellow squash sliced up.
I
on the
eat
side.
just rice sometimes.
I eat just rice sometimes.
Rice is good,
Oh.
man. It's rice.
I gotta have
Rice
some
is filler
weird somewhere.
food, like potatoes. It's like
Potatoes are
you get
good,
a lot of
man.
it.
Potatoes are good. What's wrong with potatoes? I eat just potatoes.
Like, did you
Why do you
know?
guys hate potatoes so much?
Did you know that a human being can survive entirely off of potatoes and dairy products with very little dairy
People
product
have,
in there?
yes.
Yes.
There was a very long experiment they conducted on this. It was called Ireland. The joke is, it's not actually a joke.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, there's like some like slightly burnt like fried broccoli and like some like sautéed like yellow squash that's been chopped and zucchini.
I mean, if you got broccoli, you should probably have other cold plants. Sorry, I'm also into gardening in real life. This is a very nice intersection of my interests that I'm just like, yeah.
Well, that's what she cooked.
Yeah, Kestrel, I would suggest you have some. It's very good. Both girls and vegetables, although it is usually a bit more evenly cooked when Char is here to monitor the fire.
Well, admittedly I did burn it a little bit. I was
Oh, no. No, I'm not saying it's an issue. I'm saying, Char is usually here to monitor the fire when we put up together a large dinner like this.
That's fine. I was also a little distracted by the robot. Wondering how he works. Offering to buy him.
For the last time, Mother, I do not own, nor have I ever owned Warden. He owed me money, and that was it.
Well, I mean, they said it was indentured servitude.
I should say I was joked around saying that she owned him. He was the one who brought up indentured servitude.
Regardless, they said you owned him for at least a time. I would have liked to have bought him off of you.
I'm going to continue eating my dinner now, Mother, as you appear to be unable to understand basic English.
But how does he work?
Oh.
We can at least let Peter study
Really?
him, right?
Oh my god.
Can Peter study you?
Nope.
Peterson.
She seems very disappointed.
Not any more than he is right now.
She seems very disappointed.
Look, perhaps you would get further asking him questions instead of attempting to examine him.
There we go.
Could I take you apart and please see how you work?
Nope. The question.
Further disappointment.
No disassemble Johnny 5.
No, disassemble number 5. Number 5
Oh
is
god,
alive.
I love you for the short circuit reference right there. That is
are there-
perfect.
Are there others like you that I can take apart to see how they work?
That is a question I would like to have answered as well.
Where are you from?
I thought we discussed this last time I was here, did we not? Oh wait, that was the younger you.
I think they share a collective consciousness there.
Do you guys share a collective consciousness?
That sounds distrustful.
Possibly? Unsure. Needs
I mean, the
further
other one did come
investigation.
down here with the money. I'm sorry, what?
I sent her a message.
Oh, alright.
Nice.
That was a very quick message.
But I mean, like others of us come from different we remember different things partially, or like some of the same things. I remember when Truth died, but no, I mean Truth is still alive.
Kestrel looks very distressed about that until she clarifies.
Corland's got an eyebrow raised to that as well.
You'll have to.
I remember when Gypsy was killed. Like the same people exist where I'm from than here, but you know it's further, and then she disappears.
Well, that was
I
odd.
think that one was from a murder dimension?
I'm very sorry, but that's got my head scratching out quite a bit there.
I suppose it cannot vary too much from our timeline, but that raises further questions. Perhaps we should go check in on Truth.
Agreed.
Hmm.
Oh, great.
Ghost ship.
Side quest to pick up.
It's very
Y'all
interesting
have a
when you're
ghost ship?
talking to someone who's from the future,
Possibly alternate
No
future.
other.
possibly alternate
Just from a
future.
ghost ship?
Yes.
Let me go find Ghost Ship now that I think about it.
No,
I'm up for that too.
no one is fighting any ships. We already went through this with Callium.
And then he blew up.
Uh,
Yeah, rest his soul.
I'm just now very curious about what happened on that ship with that guy. Alright.
Oh, we can go hunt down information, but we are not fighting a ship. Hopefully.
I mean, probably not a good idea to fight it. It was like entirely dead. Like everyone aboard, all dead.
And you did not mention this until now?
I didn't remember it until now, actually. Last time I remembered finding the ship, and then that was it. This time I remember going on the ship. No, finding the dead bodies just on the racks. The severed hand inside the desk.
Okay, and that Peter actually looks over to you. Could you repeat that one?
Oh, in the harbor of this city, there was a ship. Covered with moss, hard to find. I think it had something kind of like illusion over it.
It did.
So humans can't really normally notice it. Or mortal people, I have no idea. Got on board, broke into the lock. It was a very hard lock if I remember right. Like incredibly good lock.
It was
like
a very
the
good lock break.
Can I tell the story? Voices in my head, please.
The voices in your head are reconfirming the information. It's been like 6 months.
If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. Get over it.
You embellish the story a little, make it so you sound cooler.
I'm reminding you because in real life it was like 6 or 7 months ago that this happened, and in game it was like a week and a half ago.
I know it was like before our trip out to the mountains. I don't think it was any further back than that.
I think
So,
it was
yeah,
right
about a
before
week
the
at most.
No,
So,
right.
It was
Right.
right before Korean Dragon Boy got the,
Yeah, right before he punched a boat.
yes, which was when he got turned over to Kestrel's mother and experimented on, because she's an evil person like that sometimes. Then the
I'm
whole,
going to-
summoning... Morally grey, okay? Is that better? Very, very dark grey.
That's arguable.
You're not
accurate.
helping, but continue.
He's not wrong though.
When... Okay, the boat, when Dragon Boy, whose name I can't quite remember, but that's kind of normal. Names kind of flow in and out of my mind often. Kallian?
Yes.
Kallian.
You
Kallian, that
remembered.
one.
You finally remembered his name after he
Kallian
died.
punched the boat. I remember some people's names. Anyway. Mossy ship, that was kind of illusion hidden. Very good lock. Like, I remember that. It was a very good lock. It took me some amount of effort to actually get it open. Not much, but some, so it was impressive. Got on board the ship, went underground, under it. More moss. Just greenish moss over everything. Dead bodies sleeping on the rack. At least, I can remember at least 4 dead bodies, if I'm right. Just on the rocks as if they were sleeping, but clearly dead. They were dead. There was another way down, and I found the desk in the corner. I think I was looking for paper, but like everything was just rotted away a lot. There was a drawer filled with some indeterminate amount of liquid. I don't know what the liquid was. I refuse to think about it. Used my mage hand to pull out a hand. Was it a head? I think it was a hand. I'll go with hand because heads are very awkward to hold with one arm. And then someone stuck up on me. Don't know who the dude was. But after that, I just kind of woke up outside the guild, having forgotten a lot. Part of my existence?
And your mask was stuck to your face.
So, I have a question for you, Silent. As I've tracked down while we're doing this and corrected all of the stuff for Peter, he does have proficiency in religion. He didn't have proficiency in something else that I put. Anyway,
Dead bodies.
I have a thought about what this might be, and I have no idea whether it's actually correct or not, but I just want to see whether you'd be okay with me having Peter have the same thought, if you know what I'm thinking.
Okay.
That's very vague.
Do you know what I'm thinking?
Yes, I have magically gained the ability to read minds. I know exactly what it is you are thinking, Taylor. Ooh.
No, I have no idea what you're thinking.
I mean,
Would it be possible that Peter might think that this was describing something like that?
possible.
It was a ghost ship.
Okay. Peter's going to look at June / Alte / whatever.
Good question. I haven't figured that out yet.
Was it a left hand or a right hand?
This seems like some dumb thing I would have actually written down. Pretty sure I have no clue. It was a hand.
All right. I may need to help you find that.
Severed hand on a ghost ship in port that no one else can notice. And then I couldn't find afterwards. It has no record of ever being there.
I hope I'm wrong, but this could be very, very, very bad.
Now you got me all worried. Why do you mean very bad?
Well, your group has been involved with some other extra planar things, so I'm mildly concerned that you somehow found a very powerful artifact of a very amoral. You say morally, well, sort of evil deity.
Oh, I don't
That lives on a ghost ship.
Well, no, of course it doesn't live on the ghost ship. If you found a hand, then of course the rest of it wasn't there.
Well, it was a bit. I thought like most of it was there, but like liquefied. Because the drawer was just filled with viscous liquid, I refused to identify because mental reasons.
Smelled like blood.
Mental reasons.
Smelled like blood.
It's probably blood, yeah.
Yellow.
Maybe. I can't see color in the dark, so it smelled like blood.
Blood pudding.
Yeah, pretty much.
No idea who the dude was, though. Some guy stuck up on me, said something.
Do you remember what he said?
It's been a while.
do you know where the hand might have gone?
I put it back in the drawer because I didn't want to touch it anymore.
Well, I mean, that's a sane reaction.
I still kind of want to find it because figure out how to erase basically half my memory.
If we're talking about the particular deity that I think might be involved with this, it would not be very difficult for one of their followers.
Perhaps you can give us a name as to the deity that you are talking about, and not be so cryptic about it.
Unless, you know, being cryptic is like one of those things where it's protecting you from them because you don't say their name. But don't tell us their name.
Don't think that's usually the case, but it's not a very commonly mentioned deity, so I didn't even know if it would help. Are any of you familiar with some of the history and legends of Vecna?
Are any of us familiar with the histories of Vecna?
More than likely not.
Make me a religion check.
I knew that was coming.
Sounds like an asshole. What's the
never heard of
name?
Warden, you
Vecna.
have no idea.
Nope, not a clue.
But the only reason that Peter might know about this is because he is a scholar and archaeologist.
Alte, I'm just gonna keep calling you that until you come up with a new, decide what you want to be called.
Auto-tune. I mean...
You...
Altitude.
You've heard of it in passing when you were studying with your master? But it's not like something you've studied intensely? Corland, make me a religion check.
You should be
Everyone,
good
the
at
clerics might be the one that would know.
Yeah,
No,
there's a
it
problem
doesn't.
with that.
Negative religion?
No, just only a +2 to it. Corland's a fighter, not a steady.
You've heard
You
the
have
name
to
of
know something about your religion and its relation with other deities. Not like a
I fight.
You
in-depth thing.
feel like you may have heard the name in passing, but you can't really... Nothing comes to mind.
Oh, thrown blink.
Right, well, Vecna is a deity of magic and undeath.
That's not so good.
And if that was the hand of Vecna, then there's a very, very serious problem because it's not just called that, it's literally the hand of Vecna. And it's very powerful because of that. If someone has it, that could be a problem.
Ah, boy.
That explains a few things, but not a few others. Mostly, what was it doing here?
That's why I want to find out if it is that. It's very important that we figure out where it is and why. If it's not, then that's fine. It'd still be good to know what was going on with that ship you were in. Yeah, guys, Peter is the Give the DM Ideas character.
That's
He
it.
jumps to conclusions sometimes.
Yeah.
But if we can figure out what was going on with that ship, then perhaps we could find out who this
I think canonically someone actually has the Hand of Vecna.
It depends on the timeline in the universe. It's your universe, but with D&D gods, so it's up in the air.
I think they actually made that canonical that Archon has the Hand of Vecna.
I thought it was a Rasarak.
No, that because you know the guy who played Archon in Critical Role. It wasn't just in Critical Role that he was playing Archon. He was playing it in the same character in multiple different games, and basically built an entire story that is canonical that Archon got the Hand of Vecna from Exandria and brought it into Hell and is trying to use it to free Tiamat from her prison.
Oh yeah, now I remember.
That's actually canonically now where the Hand of Vecna is. In a meta sense, that is canonically where the Hand of Vecna is right now.
Being told any of this?
No, none of you have any idea about any of this.
This is yeah.
This is a completely above board meta discussion on the artifact.
Just geeking out for D&D stuff.
Peter,
I thought
on the other hand,
Sararak had it for a while.
Peter, on the other hand, believes that this hand that Alte found in a ship is the Hand of Vecna.
Or is possibly the Hand of Vecna, and that's too big of a chance to ignore.
Yes.
I'm entirely certain that it's just some severed dude's hand, but I'm not going to correct him because I enjoy the idea that he's going to help.
And I will say also, it's your world. It's canon and overarching D&D terms, kind of whatever you make of it.
That's fair. I will also say in a completely meta sense, no, this is literally just a severed hand, and all of the liquid in the thing is literally just here's what happens when you take an entire dude's body and collapse it into a cabinet drawer.
Well, yeah, I kind of figured that was unlikely,
Yeah.
but Peter
Yeah.
would think that it's possible, and that's enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, continue. I'm enjoying this. Plus, you might inadvertently give me other ideas, so...
Yes, he's that kind of character. Bose, as everyone's talking about this, leans over, passes over a small bag to Corland.
Thank you. What you got in here?
Popcorn. And if you look, he's now just munching on something out of a bag of his own.
You're alright, man. I like you. Corland just starts munching. Guys, I will be right back. I think somebody's hollering my name.
But yeah, so you guys can continue with the
Sarah, you were
the
hollering
RP.
I don't think I can. I completely I forgot because of the meta part of that, and
Well,
what are we talking about?
It was Peter talking, so.
Just completely gone. I have no idea what's going on anymore.
Right. So, do you have any recollection of what ship it was?
It was a small ship. Scooter. One sailed mass. Kind of small. It looked like it was from the... that way. On the map. I have a map. Let me look at it. I remember it looked like it was from like, what was it? It was very far away. I think it was like Clearwater. I remember it was like it looked like it was from like a sandy place, the Clearwater, I think. Was it Frosthelm? One of those two. It was a very foreign-looking ship. I know that.
Whiterun.
Yes, Whiterun, sure.
No, you were right the first time.
What was it on this map? Is it?
No, it's not.
Are you messing with me?
He is
What did we
messing
do
with
that?
you were
It was
in
a
fact
foreign
correct.
ship to Clearwater.
Yes, Clearwater is the place in the desert.
You wandered on the ship. You just like passed out. You woke up. You heard someone say, "Hey, you! You're finally awake." You tried to cross the border.
What border?
Ignore everything that Taylor is saying.
Yes,
Are there
I'm
borders
calling right
here?
now.
He's being a troll.
Right. I don't think that there's too many foreign ships, at least, that come through here. Most of the travel is along the coast. Do you remember? You said it was just before the incident with Mother and the elementals. So that was
Yes. Basically, yeah, just before then, just same day actually, I think.
if we can get a hold of some shipping manifests, we might be able to narrow down what ship it was. Between your description and the date, at the very least, somebody would have had to pay for the repairs, so that's probably on someone's book somewhere. Do you remember anything about a description of this person?
You did not see them.
I'm back.
Hi, back.
Sorry for disappearing like that. Pretty much, parents were saying they were heading out. Okay.
Yeah, Illiren, you did not see the person.
Oh, alright. Nope.
I think maybe we should try and pursue that avenue. Try and figure out where this mystery ship of yours is from, or at least the ship you entered that sent you there. I'm not sure about that.
A small bit, but had a room just off on the deck itself. That was when I went into with the people dead and the ship down. So, yeah, it was rather small if I remember. I was trying to rethink it, thinking it was larger than it should have been, but no, it makes sense. It's fine.
It's possible you might have triggered some sort of illusion or vision or transportation as a magical defense of some sort.
Hey guys,
So,
wasn't the name of the ship the Umbra? Captain York? Or at least, I think that was the ship that Callium decked.
I think that the Umbra was the ship that was in its place when we came back there.
Are you saying they were two different ships?
I remember they looked like two different ships. I'm pretty sure the Umbra was legitimately not from somewhere else. It wasn't the same model.
I thought when we went to investigate, we said it was the same ship, it just didn't look dead. But that's a question more so for Silent to answer.
It was not the same ship.
It was not the same ship, okay.
It would be the same ship if it looked completely different and was older and from a different place and didn't have anyone on it. And if it was a different ship then, but the same ship.
Well, if what you're saying about your friend punching this boat.
Well, a boat. It was a different boat.
Well, right. They might have moved it for repairs.
Callium punched a boat because he was drunk and he wanted to attack a boat. I don't know why. Either, he just did.
I don't know why Callium did most of the things he did, but he's gone now, so I don't have to worry about it.
Corland raises his mug. Through that!
Wow. This is what's known as friendship.
And on
Yeah,
the dead.
Peter raises his eyebrow at Kestrel a bit. Kestrel looks at Corland as he raises his mug of beer. Then looks over at Bose. Are you two eating popcorn?
Yeah.
Can I have some?
Sure. And Bose hands you a bag of popcorn.
Yeah.
Little, like, almost, vellum, or like a waxed box-shaped bag.
Huh. Popcorn.
Little drawstring and everything.
Food.
It's good stuff.
So at this
You ever
point,
notice that food is just nice? It's just nice.
At this point, you've all finished eating.
Kestrel's going to get up actually and take everyone's dishes. You notice as she takes them, she just like passes her hand over them and they're clean.
That's convenient.
I had prestidigitation to do chores with.
Okay.
Okay. Well, what time is it?
In the day, it is at this point.
We just finished dinner.
Probably 7:30, 8-ish. It's mostly dark out.
In other words, time for us to stop imposing on our guests and get ourselves back home.
Well, we have not finalized the sale yet. That is tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. One long night in the damn... Corland's gonna grumble a minute. I hate it when you're right.
Yeah, right.
You must not be a very happy man.
Well,
For the sake of expediency, you all wrapping up here. You can always go back and
talk to Peter again if you want to do something with him in the future. He was talking about
Potentially trying to find this mystery ship.
make your way back to the guild. Everyone
Get themselves a room if they want.
Just gonna stay at the house.
Okay, Kestrel will go back home.
No, like, she doesn't leave the house with everyone else.
Oh, okay, Kestrel just stays there, that's fine. Adelheim also stays at Kestrel's house.
Kestrel is highly distressed about this.
Is down in the Tasha's workshop, helping her for the majority of the night.
That's why she's distressed.
The house is still there when you wake up, it's okay.
Okay, cool.
Corland, Warden, Alta, you all make your way back over to the guild, who is getting a room, who is finding a corner to stand in.
Just gonna hang around the Night's Watch for the night.
Okay.
I had a funny idea.
It's just a deal.
Okay.
Currently,
Um,
Peter does have to sleep, but if I played him and I got him to a point where he didn't have to sleep, we could just have a whole party of people standing around staring at people as the night progresses.
so you spend the evening over by the Night's Watch base?
Well, yeah. It's a nice
Okay.
place.
Okay.
It's nice fires. Hopefully they're not that busy.
There's a
I know
little
there's a
bit-
weird rush of thieves around for a while, like 2 weeks
There's-
ago.
There's a little bit of foot traffic. Some of the guards are coming in and out. Go ahead and roll me perception.
Yeah.
So,
Roll me a
I
general
have a
perception.
+4 to that, so 20.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you hear a little bit of news from some of the guards talking. Seems to have, from what you remember from last time you were here, there were break-ins at some of the warehouses over by the docks.
Yes.
It seems like they haven't been able to solve those yet. You're not able to get all the information, but it seems like the break-ins have stopped, but no one was ever apprehended for them. They haven't been able to recover any of the missing property that was stolen. You get wind of, bar fight here, drunken disorderly conduct over there. Nothing that directly catches your ear here, though. Other than the fact that the break-ins have stopped, nothing has been recovered, and no one's been apprehended. What is Warden doing
Hey.
for the evening?
Well, actually,
do-
Sorry, hold up, continue, Altai.
Yep.
Did they ever mention any general idea of what was stolen from the warehouses? Like, cloth, wood, what supplies, like, in general, were taken? Or was that just not mentioned?
With your perception, it sounds like there were just some general goods that were taken, food, a few valuables here and there, a little bit of talk that maybe, some of the places that were broken into were a little bit shadier, so, who knows what was actually taken, if everything was reported or not, but unsure if those are rumors and hearsay or factual. Unclear. Could just be guards gossiping with each other. It might have something more behind it.
Thank you.
Yep. Warden, what are you doing for the evening?
Actually, I was going to ask, on our way back, can I try to swing by the guild hall and see if Kipsy's in?
You guys are, in fact, heading to the guild hall right now.
Oh, okay. So when we
The
get
guild
to
hall
the
is
guild
on the way to the guild hall.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, I'm sorry, I missed that part, that we were going to be sleeping at the guild hall. I thought we were going to be stopping off at one of the other inns. Alright, sorry. So yeah, if when we get to the guild hall, I'll just kind of just head right up to Kipsy's office and rap on that. And see if she's in.
Yes, can I help you? Who is it?
It is Warden. We had some more information for you about what happened at the worm tunnels.
Yeah, come on in.
Alright, and is anybody else following us up there, out of curiosity?
I'm not. I've gone to bed.
Make me a perception check.
Well, no, I'm looking to see if the group if anybody from the group followed me for
Oh.
Kipsy's office.
Corland, you're heading to bed?
Yup.
The answer's no.
Okay. So I'm going to send you, Silent, a couple of quick notes for something.
Okay.
Because I'm kind of going back and forth on something on my end. So,
Okay.
long and short of it, though, is Warden does fill her in on the Black Spawn Stalkers and possibly there being a portal to hell in the worm tunnels.
Well,
Based on the conversations he's had with other people, but there's
That's-
more to it than just that.
Kipsy
I'm gonna leave
summons
that aside.
alcohol. Yes, Kipsy summons alcohol. As she pours herself a glass of whiskey. As she kind of drinks half of it. Your fucking party needs to stop coming and telling me new problems.
Problems need to stop following us.
Both. But thank you for the information. I appreciate it. Corland, are you just getting a room and going to bed?
Yeah.
What type of
Normal
room?
room. Normal room.
Oh, all right. I think it's 10 silver.
Deducting.
I'm not gonna look it up.
Looking at the map, and can I nominate the road from Sea's End to Goldleaf Farmstead and from there to the Worm Tunnels? Can we just rename it Highway to Hell?
No, you may not.
Okay. Darn.
I would like to name our group Non Sequitur. That's our team's title now.
Bit of an awkward transition there.
It's a Non Sequitur, whatever.
I don't see anything as having come in yet.
Oh no, I'll send that to you later. Sorry.
Oh, is it relevant now?
No, not immediately. No.
Okay. What?
Sorry.
Concern but interest.
All right. But yeah. So what is Warden doing for the night then?
Actually, he's going to go ahead and get himself a room, just to kind of see what it's like, and he's going to get himself a decent room. If you had like low, medium, and high-end rooms, he's going for the medium room.
I think I actually have to look this up now.
Darn you and your specificity and your needing to know things that actually as they are.
I was only anticipating like one person getting a room, so I was just giving like general, like, yeah, it's probably like roughly this much. So I don't want to check. Let me see. What page is this on? Here we go. Actually, wait, here we go. Instant.
Ow.
Yeah, 10 silver is the modest room. That's fine for Corland. I was actually right about that.
Woo!
After like 2 years of you guys just buying it over and over. Are you looking for a modest room, a comfortable room, a really nice room?
Comfortable, I probably have to say.
All right,
He's kind of interested to see what it's like.
Yeah, 16 silver.
16 silver. Okay, cool.
It's nice. It has a bed. There's a pillow. There's a nice desk, with like a quillant ink, a couple sheets of parchment on the table that are blank. There's a nice like side room for you to bathe in. All of this means jack shit to someone who just sits down and doesn't need to bathe. And
He wandered around it though for a little bit, like checking out everything. Even
yeah,
like
no, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, it's like
Not
there's a
getting into
window.
He opens up the window, lets in the nice night air.
Yeah, no, I mean there's a window. It can open and close. It actually has like some like cloth curtains that can pull. You know, the bed, if like you inspect the bed, it's, you know, it's nice wood, it's sturdy, it's in fairly good condition. It's definitely not like brand new sheets, but like they're clean. The bed is, you know, more than like a mat of like a straw mat on it. Like it's there's something inside of it that's a little bit nicer. You know, the pillow has like feels like it's probably filled with like actual feathers.
The finest average things.
Instead of like tarp or like no pillow. You know, it does actually have like a lock on the door. And there is actually like a second room with its own door that like you can bathe in. It's a pretty nice room for the time period.
Very fancy. And he just plops himself into the bed. Although he can't really feel the comfort of it. Just like, give us a try.
How much do you weigh?
Fair amount. I try to make him be somewhat realistic. 280 on his own, without all the equipment and everything on him.
I'm assuming from his not needing to sleep and therefore lack of experience with the bed, he probably just went, well, let's see what this is like, and then flopped down.
Pretty much, yeah. Quite literally, just kind of threw himself onto it almost.
Okay,
As clumsily
like,
as a robot can.
With like his, because he's 280, and then you add 65 for your plate armor. And
I
your
got like 260 total carrying weight.
And your helmet. Do you like take off any of your equipment?
That shit is pretty much part of me.
Well, I mean, like, do you like still have like your sword on you, or are you still carrying your backpack of shit?
Okay, no, the backpack, backpack and all that kind of stuff I would lay down next to the bed, I think.
Okay, so in total you are 280 plus 65 plus 6. So you're 351 pounds?
Ish. Give or take 5 pounds.
Okay.
This is offset by the gracefulness with which he does this, yes?
Yes.
As he basically, like, backward elbow slams the bed. It's like creak. Roll me a d20.
Okay.
Oh, he's gonna be paying for that, isn't he?
18.
Yeah, you kind of like, oh, let's see how the bed is. As you just kind of slam down backwards onto the bed. And you can kind of hear it creaking and groaning. And then you hear a snap.
380-pound robot just freaking trust falls onto a mattress.
And then, like, a crash as now the mattress is on the ground.
Well, that's an interesting feature. I wonder why they raised it then. Maybe to absorb the fall.
As you're sitting
I
there
can stay
thinking...
there.
Yeah, as you're thinking about that, like, oh, I wonder if this is to absorb the fall, you hear, like, knocking on your room door.
Or is it?
Is everything okay? We heard, a lot of loud noises coming from up here. We could hear it all the way down at the front desk.
I was just trying out the bed. Perhaps I was a little too vigorous with it. I'm not entirely certain. Has quite a bit of give to it, though. And no, I'm not opening the door. I'm speaking while I'm laying on the floor with the mattress.
Speaking of phrasing.
I mean, the beds have... they're nice, but, I mean, they shouldn't... What caused the crash?
Oh, that was the bed settling after I fell into it.
Make me a deception roll.
Let's see, where the hell is deception? There it is, found it! No, wait, I lost it. There it is!
Sir, the beds might settle a bit, but, they don't cause a crash like that. Do you mind opening the door?
I don't? Oh, I thought that was a feature. I get up.
What do you mean a feature?
I don't know, I've never slept in a bed before. Walking to the door and starting to open it at that point.
What do you mean you haven't?
Oh my god.
And she kind of looks into the room and sees the bed, like, the legs of the frame are just, like, splintered out to the sides, like, the mattress is, like, caved, like, straight down through the bottom. So you do realize you're going to have to pay for that, correct?
Why? Is that not the way it's supposed to be?
No, that's broken.
Oh. Well, that would explain why it gave so much. You guys should look into building sturdier beds. I mean, what if somebody less sturdy than me fell through this? By the way, I don't think Warden's wearing his coat right now. Is it commonplace for this place to not have adequate bedding for people? I mean, that sounds like it's a hazard for any of your guests.
So I don't think I've ever had a situation where someone has gone to bed in full plate mail.
They have, at least they haven't, like, WWE backslammed into it.
Yeah.
I can just imagine Warden bring up the elbow.
Are we
talking
the people's elbow, though?
I'll
Yes.
tell you what.
Get out of the bed.
I'll tell you what, sir. I'll move you to a different room. Be a little gentler on the bed. Don't go to bed in your plate armor, please. And we'll have you pay for this bed. It'll be 4 gold for the bed. I think we could probably salvage the mattress, so that's okay.
For that amount of money, I would hope that these beds would be more sturdy than that. Maybe you guys should talk to your carpenters. You might need to find somebody else to get your beds from.
At this point, you kind of hear from behind, like at the door. Oh, what have you done this time?
Oh, hey Kitty. All I did was try to lay down. Then the bed broke.
She looks at the bed. She looks at you. She looks at the bed. Oh, you're a fucking idiot.
Where did that glass of alcohol come from? It wasn't in your hand just a moment ago.
She throws the empty bottle at you and downs the drink.
Is it enough to take a point of damage from the bottle?
No. It just kind of shatters.
I don't even dodge.
Look. Most people don't weigh as much as you, or have to wear the armor all the time. Did you sit on the bed? Did you jump on the bed?
I kinda just fell onto it.
Don't do that.
Alright. Thank you for the
Okay.
advice.
Okay, just... Yeah, no, pay for the bed. Go to
The
bed.
receptionist called the Kipsy, and the Kipsy said, "No more Warden jumping on the bed."
Go to
Wow.
go to the room next door. Go to your corner. Rest for the night. The person from the front desk is kind of giving her this weird look. She kind of shoos them off. I know you don't sleep. Go to your corner. Get your rest. Don't jump on this bed. I'll have Delvin fix this. He owes me anyways. It's fine.
Alright. Thank you for your assistance. Then I just go to the next room and just
Yeah, she.
kind of stand in the corner at that point.
Yeah, as you're
I glanced
walking
down at
over,
the bed once.
as you're walking over to the room next door, you see her like walking back towards the stairs. She just pulls another bottle of whiskey from her jacket.
Oh, that's where it
It
came
must
from.
be a jacket of holding.
It's a jacket of pockets of whiskey because of your party.
I'm just picturing her with holsters, like cowboy western shoulder holsters, but they're just wine bottles.
Sure. But yes, you all, now that Kipsy has prevented you from spending money on a bed that you broke, and Delvin has more work for him, you sit in your corner and think about what you did for the rest of the evening.
I'm
And
tempted to jump on the second bed, but I resist.
And the morning comes. You both head downstairs. Alte, I'm assuming at some point you return. Okay. Illiren?
Here, you there?
Why aren't you listening to me? I'm talking.
Oh, you are.
Hello? Hello?
Yes,
we
you hear me now?
We hear you now.
Us.
Is there... How's the map of the city coming? Is that still not a thing?
Is what?
Map of the city? Map of city?
It's coming.
Map of city?
It's coming.
Alright.
I have so
Okay.
little free time.
I have
Yeah,
less.
Okay, let's read the
Possibly.
description. Okay, so...
Is Alte going?
I can never
elsewhere?
remember where anything is whenever I try to think about it.
I'm sorry. I haven't had time.
Nor have I.
Okay. Guild is in
So
South
it wouldn't matter if you did.
District.
Yeah. Okay, I feel less bad
So
then.
smaller than what they know.
Heck, even most of the YouTube episodes, I'm recording them like day of at like on my lunch break.
I've been going like 300 miles per hour with everything.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a funny work story. But I feel like that would be better for after we finish the session, unless everyone wants to hear it right now.
Probably after.
Damn.
Okay, so the guild is in the South District, I think, and
Yep.
the docks are in the East District. Where is the Night's Watch?
Right outside the center of the city. Like up against the inner wall.
Oh, right.
Probably like 5 or 6 blocks from the giant tree enchanter shop.
Is it Tree Enchanter shop?
That will be very probably not concerned at all when they come to the Adventurers Guild looking for Callium once his name is up on the wait list and they can't find him.
There's a Tree Enchanter shop, that's something.
There's an enchanter shop that is in a tree.
Ah, that makes more sense. I was wondering what work you can get done enchanting trees. Particularly in a city.
Ruins would like to have a word with you.
But yeah, do you eventually
Okay.
make your way back to the guild, or are you heading somewhere else?
And just have a morning stroll in the east side of the city.
Okay, over by the docks, the warehouses.
Just have a little walk around, come back.
Okay.
Pass perception of 13, I doubt I'll ever notice anything interesting before I come back. And let's go back.
Yeah, no, you're wandering through by the docks, through some of the warehouses. You do notice at one point there's seems to be a figure in one of the alleys. As you're kind of walking down, like, further up ahead, there seems to be a figure, like, ducked into one of the side alleys. And this is still kind of, like, early morning, like, dawnish. He kind of, like, walks up to the edge next to the road. Kind of stands there, you kind of... probably 100 yards away or so. So off in the distance, you probably close about 20-25 feet, and you see him kind of walk across the street into an alley on the other side. As you kind of get up to where he crossed, you kind of glance over. The alley, it looks like from what you can see, the alley he walked into seems to be a dead end. But he is not there.
Magic bullcrap!
Exactly. Go and make a note of that. Where this is.
Okay.
I'm actually going to write this down as a little notesy. And, feel like I should. Probably not.
I mean, if you just want to
I-
make note of it, that's fine.
If you want to go investigate, that's fine. Either way. Come back with everyone, investigate, up to you.
Why wouldn't I put myself in mortal danger to satisfy my own curiosity? I'll investigate this. I can do that.
Sounds like something I would say.
Okay.
And yet again, June loses his memories and becomes yet another different person.
I sort of like the fact that you like June the most of my personalities, because you keep referencing him most.
He was the one that
I mean,
first
you met Alte first.
Did I? I thought I
This
met
is-
June.
Alte saved you. He was the
Yeah.
one you met with and talked to the most.
This is an
He
accurate
is,
statement.
actually.
Okay, go ahead and
Just
make me an investigation check. Real quick.
6.
Okay. Yeah, no, it looks like an alleyway. There's a small grate a little ways in. It seems to lead down to the sewers, but I mean, there's a maybe 5-6 foot wall at the other end.
Is there any, like, trash or, like, small items, like a piece of wood or metal just on the ground?
Yeah, no, there's
Just-
small junk here and there in the alley.
Just poke through some of it, probably with one of my sticks. Just poke through it, see if I find, like, relatively cleanest thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's, you find like a rusty hinge from like a door, maybe.
Squeak, 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 squeak. So I'm just moving with it. Touch it, just like, so slip it into one of the folds of my armor, like I do basically everything, other small things I find.
Okay.
then
Yeah,
just
you have a
Look
rusty.
proud at that.
You have a rusty hinge.
Look proud at the little piece of metal on my armor now, and just turn and walk away.
Okay.
That was definitely what I was in the alley for the entire time. What do you mean?
Yep. You heading anywhere else, or?
Just continue on my walk back to the guild.
Okay.
Make your way back. Probably a little bit before everyone else gets up. Kestrel, I'm assuming you're gonna
probably.
make your way over to the guild in the morning.
Yeah, that was the plan.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, you get there, you see Alte in the bar and restaurant area.
Squeak, 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 squeak. Just moving a little hinge in my hands.
I'm not even going to ask.
Okay, probably should. It's a weird story. Can you clean this with the way you do normally?
Kestrel waves her hand and the metal is now clean.
Still rusty, but
Thanks.
clean.
Thanks.
Prestidigitation should take rust off, not like layers and layers of grime from age, but like surface level.
Okay, yeah.
A little bit of the rust is off. It's a very rusty lock, or hinge, rather.
So some dude walk down an alleyway and disappear. It was kind of weird.
Seem far less concerned about that than I would think you would be.
One, I do that sometimes. It's not really that impressive. Two, it was probably some secret entrance. There's been like a rash of thieves down in the docks where he was. I took the hinge just to put on my armor like everything else, so if anyone looked, this was doing.
Alright.
Or was it ghost haunting the area where he died? Probably the first one. So what can I go to today?
Sorry, what?
Sorry, what?
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 Corland, you wake up and come downstairs.
Yep.
Warden, you get up from your corner, having been thoroughly contemplating beds, and you go downstairs.
Not really. These people need to buy better beds.
Thoroughly contemplating the carpentry services associated with the guild.
Might have to look into that myself.
He is now going to start forging metal beds.
Oh, that's actually a good idea, Corland.
For a brief moment, my brain went to the other definition of forging, and I'm like, who's making metal beds? You want to make fake ones?
You want to forge a bed?
Oh boy.
You wouldn't forge
Well-
a bed.
Actually, I would. Probably. It's made of paper mache.
But yes, you are all down in the area where people eat and drink.
Cafe?
Yeah, sure.
Restaurant?
Bar, restaurant area.
Life is my
So-
restaurant.
So, we're going to own a house later. It's been nice.
Yes, though I must admit that it seems that it will mostly be just myself and a little bit of you that are running the house, but I'll be expecting the others to help with figuring out what to do for upkeep and such.
Oh.
I mean, I'll help where I can.
It's going to take like, 2 months to get ready? The carpenter said so something.
Along that timeline, yes.
We can stay in the basement. That'd be nice.
That was my thought as well, yes.
Conversations. Yeah.
I was gonna say, like,
It got very quiet all of a sudden.
I don't know. We're normally like very good at just making up random things to say to each other. Just,
well, now
That
that
is
I've
how
got-
conversation typically works, yes?
Now that
Mostly
I've
for
got
us.
the shield, now that I've got the shield and it's got the the sigil of Talos transfixed to it. I've
Well,
got
you don't have it
a.
yet.
I just have to get the sigil of Talos transfixed onto it and get it lost. I don't think I've told everybody yet, have I?
That you follow Talos?
No, that I can't cast magic.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, apparently, me asking that boon to teleport everyone to safety kind of, broke my connection.
Okay, 1, what? And 2, was impressive though. How does someone helping you more break the connection? Wouldn't the connection be like stronger because he paid more attention to you?
There's always consequences when you ask a boon of a god.
Really? Eh. I'll keep that in mind. So, yet? You gonna go get your,
I do need to see about getting the sigil created and affixed to the kite shield and take the next step from there.
Well, you did save your guys' lives, so that was impressive.
Saved your life too, at least your...
I was outside the mountain when you did that, actually.
Right.
Yes, but you would have been caught in the blast radius had he not gotten you out too.
It's fair. I feel like I would have escaped as well, but it would not have been nearly as painlessly.
Okay, those look good.
Wasn't Kalen doing your whole shield thing and putting on the new mark of Talos for you and everything?
I don't know if I know I got the shield from him, but I don't know if we were working that out. Because I'm
Yeah, that
confused.
was part of the whole process.
Weren't
you paid
you
him
gonna,
the-
weren't you gonna try and work on it too?
No, you wanted him to do it.
It's been 2 weeks. My memory's shit.
What is
Can't
this?
can't you tell? I shaved about 5 pounds off my head.
It's
The-
been
the symbol-
early 2
the
weeks
symbol-
since we-
Early
This-
spoilers for what people are
Are-
gonna see in my stream
Are
tomorrow.
we talking for the symbol on your shield?
Yeah.
Yeah, the shield you bought, the kite shield, is currently with Kalen, who is
Okay.
making the symbol out of silver.
Okie dokie, yeah. In that case, yeah. Once the shield is done, I have to go and find the Temple of Talos and see if a priest there will assist in blessing it.
Ignore me.
That might take a bit.
Well, I don't think we're going anywhere without your shield. Sounds like a bad idea to do that.
Your shield will be done today.
Yeah, as far as I recall from Kalen, he told me to stop by before it closes today, and he should have it done.
Here's a question. Would Kestrel know if there's any, like, worshippers of Talos in this town? This city? We built it. We built this city on rock and roll, in fact.
Well,
Make me a make me either history, religion, or survival check. Your choice.
Well, let's see what we've got on Kestrel as far as, you know, which of those is better. History and religion are actually better than survival.
From what you remember, Talos is some kind of sea, storm, ocean god thing.
Mm-hmm.
You're pretty sure
Probably
there
makes
was
sense for, yeah, someone to worship him
yeah,
in a
you're
port.
You're pretty sure there was a temple to someone like that. Kind of
Ignore me.
down a little ways past the docks.
Ignore me. I'm just very amused about something.
Yeah, see, we can all laugh too.
so, what are we gonna do
no
today?
one can laugh as menacingly
Ha, 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 ha,
as
ha.
Taylor.
I don't even have to laugh menacingly. I just laugh and you all assume I'm doing something menacing. Or thinking of something unfortunate.
So yeah, no, you can probably collect your shield on the way to go close the house deal.
And then we find some sort of sea god, storm god temple near the docks, probably.
Yeah,
I've been here because
you're pretty
I
sure
can
there was
go
one.
look into that alleyway of mystery
What
and
alleyway?
certain death. I found there was an alleyway. I was on my morning walk, as I do. And some dude just walked into an alleyway and disappeared. Like magic.
You almost got turned into another person again?
What? No. I mean... No, actually, pretty sure no.
Yeah, the answer's no.
I'm
You were
so
right
weak.
the first time.
I'm still
I'm
me,
very
whoever it is.
About that though.
How to
think about
decide?
it
I
for a
haven't
minute,
realized
though.
who I am yet. It's coming along.
Maybe you should figure that out first things first. Kind of important to know who you are. I mean, I know who I am.
Remember who you are.
It's ironic that you say remember who he is.
Kinda figured it would be.
By the way, are you like neither June nor Alte now?
Yes, but actually no. But yes.
He could be Jolte.
That's
Gene
so
Alte.
stupid.
So
That
now
just
you are
sounds dumb.
people, but you have all their memories.
I am
Interesting.
both. But I'm pretty sure I'm neither.
Does Jolte look any different than his previous two forms?
Oh my gosh, June Alte is a crystal gem fusion.
June-
No, he looks like June.
Okay.
Whatever that means. June isn't. June doesn't exist, and Alte never was real. So I have no idea who you were talking to, or who I was this entire time.
No, Alte is real. Or was. In a form.
I don't think he was. Pretty sure he was never real.
Like Dungeons and Dragons, not philosophy over here. Come on.
I notice you're speaking cryptic again.
I'm not sure how to say it realistically. I also told you, June died. Alte, I'm pretty sure it doesn't exist. Maybe.
So wait, does that mean that Tasha did actually kill you?
Retroactively, maybe?
What is death but another form of life?
No, death is death.
The opposite of life.
Yes.
Unless you're necromancers.
Now we're talking philosophy.
Because necromancers are bad. At least in
Sounds like
general.
Yeah, probably.
Kestrel, we're not going back to your mother's house anymore. The number of people dying over there is starting to scare me.
That reminds me, we do need to still check in on Truth sometime soon.
Oh yeah, I think he still owes me like 2 spells.
Wait, how can one pay spells?
I lent him 2 spells to like have, and he owes me 2 from his book.
You see smoke come out of the top of Warden's head for just a second.
He's having some trouble processing it.
Does not compute. How to
Yeah.
book.
How to book, how to book. It's like
Exterminate.
Illiterate.
exterminate. So,
So.
Right, so we're going to
I gotta
the
cover-
blacksmiths first, right?
yes.
And then
To
to your
the-
little... Sorry.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, so
I can say at the end, go ahead, sorry. Okay, yeah, go.
so once Jolte and I stop stepping over each other, as I understand it, the plan is to first head to the blacksmith, then to Jolte's weird alleyway, then to buy the house, and wasn't there something else? Oh right, check on Jude. Not Jude. What was your brother's name? Truth.
And
I
Temple.
thought we were going to go to the docks to look for a shrine to
Oh
Talos?
yes, thank you. When are we doing that?
Baylor? Talos. It's Talos, right? Tell us.
The shrine. The temple can wait until after I get the shield. So if we need to do some other things,
I thought we were picking the shield up first.
That's the plan.
Pick up the shield.
We can check.
Go get the house.
It's ready. So yeah.
Yeah, well, it's been a day, so it takes a while to make a shield, I think.
Right, how long did it take to cast something out of silver into an entirely new design? Right?
Not long.
I mean, if you're just pouring it into a mold or something like that, not long at all.
Yep.
Does he have a mold of the symbol of Talos?
I mean, to make a clay mold of it would not take that long either. So,
Corland
yeah.
gave him a picture.
Yep.
And it's his job.
All right.
I'll presume one of you said yes and go with that.
So yeah, you guys make your way over to Kalen's shop.
Vagrant Arms, let's go.
He seems to just have opened up shortly, not long ago. There's not really anyone in it. You walk in, he kind of sees you all walk in. Sees you, Corland. Welcome. Your shield is ready.
Wonderful. Thank you, Kalen.
Not a problem. He hands you the kite shield with the symbol of the two waves crashing together.
Perfect. Oh,
Hey.
thank you. As always, you have done masterful craftsmanship here, Caleb. Thank you again for the assist. How much do I owe you again? Or did I can't remember if I paid him already.
You paid me already.
Alright.
Don't let go convince you to pay more.
I've got 10 charisma. He probably could.
I just find this whole interaction between the two of you funny.
But yeah, Corland kind of gets it fitted onto his back and whatnot. Kind of probably has to put it upside down, so it's like it towers him a little bit.
Let me find out exactly how much. Yeah, no, the kite shield is roughly 4.5 feet tall.
So yeah, and Corland, that means it's about a good foot taller than Corland.
Yeah, no, he didn't really have time to take it down to a more reasonable size for you.
But I'm pretty sure he probably thought about something and added an additional handle towards the bottom so Corland could hold it at an angle more easily.
Yeah, easy enough for him to do. Yeah.
Just do what every one of us did as kids. Go outside in the concrete and scrape it until it's outside.
I'd rather not do that.
Bless you.
Yeah, it's realistically about 4 feet tall. Kite shields range generally on average from 3.5 feet to 5 feet in length.
Depending on the build of the person they're made for, yes. They're intended to be long and usable to deflect things through maneuvering rather than a lot of shields that are more like a static sort of just right around your torso thing. Bless you.
Yeah, they're also meant to be tall enough to protect mounts. So.
Yep. You're back.
Yeah, 4 feet is the most common, so that's what we'll go with. So it's still slightly taller than Corland. But yeah, picking up the shield, assuming no one else has anything to do with Kalen, because you were just there yesterday and you would have done it then. You all head back out, and you're making your way where? Over to the pick up the tavern deed?
I think that's what we should do.
That was our next one, yeah.
Okay. You make your way over to the tavern, down the street a little ways to the one where the owner is staying at.
I'm back.
I have to remember his name from Taylor's notes.
Oh, I have his name too. Where is?
Could I say, except you're welcome? No.
Was it Taylor's notes or was it Dan's notes?
John Conwell.
Ah,
It was-
yes. It was Dan's notes that had it. I put a bunch of stuff about the house,
Yes.
or the tavern rather, but not so much about the person.
Why can't I find it in Dan's notes?
It's all the way at the bottom.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yep. You guys meet up with John. Takes you over to the city registrar. They kind of take note that you're paying him. Sign off on the deed now being in, I'm assuming, Kestrel's name,
Yep.
Yeah, that's alright.
or does the party have a name they want to give?
Kestrel.
This is an opportunity to name your party.
In other
Kestrel and the backup. I mean,
Yes, Kestrel and the backup.
Kestrel and the
band.
cannon fodder.
I still wish for
it's like a
I still
terrible
wish for us
band.
to be called non sequitur, but okay.
I mean, we could call ourselves non sequitur. I'd love to hear like a specific reasoning behind that, but
It just feels like what we do most of the time anyway.
Well, it's yeah. The person behind the desk is kind of looking at all of you. Is there a specific person whose name is going on this? Is there a party name I can put on this?
we could do both. I could have the deed initially, and should anything happen, it will pass to the non sequiturs. You called us?
Yeah.
I like it. Let's go with it.
Why,
Yeah,
are, you-
not as
why are
crazy
you
as
going
everything
with the
else we've
non
done.
sequiturs?
It makes about as much sense as anything else right now, to be honest.
Okay, that's fair. Okay. Puts Kestrel, your name on top, and then if anything should happen to Kestrel, it'll be inherited by the non sequiturs.
We'll then run it to the ground.
Well, just so you all know, obviously there are monthly taxes on property. We'll send. You won't be charged while it's being rebuilt. But once it's rebuilt, we'll send an inspector out. They'll take a look at it, let you know what the monthly tax will be. Obviously, will be dependent on obviously the final size, what it's being used for, etc. But I think we should be in good order here.
Excellent.
Congratulations, you guys now have to pay tax.
Woohoo! The place is now ours.
Sounds about right.
John thanks you. Tells you if you're ever in Mournhall to go find him or his shop. Stop in there.
Of course. Of course, yes.
You
Sounds
all.
like fun.
Part ways. And the next place you guys were going to go was to the docks to look for this shrine that Kestrel vaguely remembers.
I believe we would first, since I believe it was relatively close to the registrar, find the person that we'd gotten the quote for the repairs from and let them know we wanted to go ahead with that.
That's fair,
Yes.
yep. Yeah, you make your way over to the... Not the guild, but a guild.
A guild.
A guild. For carpentry, woodworking, construction. Yeah, you let them know you want what?
We wanted to keep the original framework of the house with no real renovations, if I recall correctly. But we wanted to turn the outdoor area with the stables to a workshop or something, or to include a workshop, or have it added on. Wasn't entirely 100% clear on how that related to the current stables.
No one ever gave me a real concrete this is what we've decided we want to do with this. So you guys want to keep the same floor plan for the building itself, for all the floors.
Yep, just go ahead and get her fixed up, nice and good.
Okay.
And then the outdoor area can be modified. I believe that's minus the outdoor modification was what I'd already paid the amount for. So if there's any extra that costs.
Yeah, I believe it was 4 gold for the renovations to the 4 platinum. Sorry, for the renovations to the building.
Mm-hmm.
It was another half a platinum to reconstruct the stables.
So it would probably be about another half a platinum to use the rest of the outdoor space into a workshop-like thing.
Roughly, yeah.
Do I gotta bankroll everyone at this party just because I got a ridiculous amount of money?
Well, sorry, I don't really have that much money.
You are the party's bankroll.
Alright.
I was gonna say treasurer, but okay.
Currently.
50 more gold.
Yep. And this is just for the building. There's nothing in the building.
Right.
You guys aren't
just
having
an outdoor.
Yeah.
Yeah, an outdoor area to put everything else in once it's finished.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
It's like there's another small building. If you follow the road to the right, if the building is here, you're following the road up to the right, the stables are back here. And there's now a small building along the far side. There's an open courtyard area between the back of the tavern and the stables, and now another small building going up over here.
Mm-hmm.
If those arrows made sense to everyone.
I'll hammer out the map before we actually have it finished in game, which probably take a while actually.
A couple months, between 1.5 months, probably closer to a couple months with everything.
That's in-game time.
Yeah.
We just took 2 months for a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now that we're getting more towards a actual campaign, you guys might be traveling places, hand-wavium of time, etc. I am hoping time will start to pass quicker.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys
laughs.
go to the guild. Yeah, right. You guys go to the guild, pay them, let them know what you want. That's
a little
fine.
bit of hope is a dangerous thing.
And now, where is your next destination? Shrine?
Now I believe we're going to the shrine, yes.
Okay.
To the docks.
I need everyone to make me an investigation.
Oh, yay.
Julio.
Yes.
The thing I'm terrible at.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yay!
What?
At least one of you is good at this.
Look, I'm actually better generally. I just rolled very poorly.
I've been around here a lot.
You have been. And, in fact, kind of taking a look at the symbol on Corland's shield, you've seen it before. It's not a very large temple, but there's a small building, probably 5 or 6 blocks past the end of the docks, kind of getting close to the wall of the city. That's kind of out on a small outcropping into the ocean. You're pretty sure that they have that same symbol there.
Let me take a look at that shield there for a second. Just tilting it towards me. Yeah, that's by the dock. There's a building over there by the sea with it on it. Yeah.
I mean, that does seem to make sense. It's got waves.
This way. Try to lead them to where that building sort of is.
And yeah, you lead them out to the docks. You make your way down the docks, past the warehouses, a couple of small like stalls and shop fronts, the boats on the left. Some places empty, some have ships. The hustle and bustle of a normal port. Keep heading past the docks. There's now like a few more warehouses, taverns, and you kind of lead them through like not really like an alleyway, but like it's definitely not a main road. Kind of heading out like towards the ocean, and you see there's this small like jetty of rocks that have like this small like rickety wooden pathway, letting people like walk over the rocks without walking on slippery rock. It's still slippery wood, but you know, it seems to be in good enough condition. Leading out to like a small like spat of land, and there you can see what looks like not a large building, probably like no more than like 50 feet wide. Looks like it's probably like 50, 60 feet going out on this small spat of land. Waves, very actually similar to the symbol on the shield, kind of crashing over the rock that it's built on. There seems to be an open air temple out here. There's multiple kind of large pillars. There's some steps leading up to the front where there are, as you approach, you can see large images of waves and roiling ocean to either side and of what is a large open arch doorway heading in. Kind of looking inside, you can see it looks like a hallway going either way that seemed to wrap around, with pillars kind of opening out to the sea. It looks like there are some closed portions in the back, like on the far side, but there's also just a large open area in the center, and it looks like there are what appear to be steps heading down. Not like a staircase, but like a full like circle amphitheater in the center.
Interesting.
Well, here you go. Well, that looks about right.
As you guys are standing there, a woman approaches you all. She's kind of standing. You see her kind of standing near the amphitheater. Seems to be praying. As you guys all approach, kind of poking your heads in, looking around, she notices you, makes her way over. She is blue-skinned, with relatively long, bluish green hair. Seems to be wearing some kind of silver gold trimmed armor. And as she approaches, you notice that she has webbed feet and is carrying a very intricate golden spear kind of using it as a walking stick as she moves across the ground. Welcome. Can I help you all? Welcome to the temple. Are you here to pray? Give offering?
Corland would step forward and take his shield off to show her. And actually, I'm the one here who is in need of help, sister. I am a follower of Talos, but recent events have led me to seek assistance.
She smiles at you.
I'd be happy to assist in any way I can.
Corland's going to explain to her the recent events and the prayer he was sent to Talos to save himself and his teammates from the impending doom of the mountain. And the result of such a boon actually being heard and heard and given. Ever since then, my shield, which was my symbol of Talos, broken, and so was my connection with them. I had a dream shortly after returning to town, telling me to remake my shield with this new symbol and to seek assistance in reconnecting with them.
Well, I am sorry to hear about the plight you all faced. I'm glad you are all unharmed. I'd be more than happy to assist you in this matter. Just follow me inside. I can bless your shield and complete this so that it will reconnect you to the deity.
I greatly appreciate your assistance, sister. Lead the way.
Smiling, she kind of leads you all inside over to the amphitheater. You can see there's now probably like 7-8 layers of steps that are also kind of like seating, kind of going down to looks like about a 20 foot diameter stone base at the bottom. And you can see down there a intricate marble shrine. On the front, the symbol of the two crashing waves. If you give me your shield, I'll get it set up if you want to come down and say a prayer in front of it.
I would appreciate that. Thank you.
All of you watching, she leads Corland down these steps up in front of the shrine, places the shield across the shrine, and kind of stands next to it. We'll say a prayer, I'll say mine, and we can bless the shield. She kind of bows her head and kind of puts her hands on the shield and begins to pray.
I am too out of practice with this.
You have what?
I am way out of practice in this. Talos, the winds that you have given me, direct me in this quest to reconnect with you is near completion, and yet...
I cannot hear a word you're saying.
Really?
You are so quiet.
Good lord. Alright. Give me a second here. Talos, the winds you have sent along pushed me in the quest to reconnect you. To reconnect and continue in the righteous fury of your storm. To protect those against the many who deserve your wrath. I still continue this quest of righteous anger, so that I may smite those. Furthermore, I thank you. I was ready to die in that mountain, but you saving me and my comrades has shown me that there is more I must do. I need to shed the shackles of wanting to die, so that I may continue to do good work through you and your fury.
As you all see, Corland, praying, the priest, praying. The symbol on the front of the altar begins to kind of pulse with this dull sea green light. Same light begins to pulse on the symbol on Corland's shield. Let me quickly. Is this the right music?
Sounds about right to me.
Sounds good.
Begins to pulse with this dull sea green light. The rest of you up top notice kind of the waves around the temple beginning to swirl and crash higher. Water beginning to kind of reach up and spill into the temple, kind of dribbling down the steps. It's slowly beginning. You can see water starting to pool in the steps of the amphitheater, starting to pool down in the bottom. And even these small puddles seem to be churning and crashing in the same way that the ocean would, just in a much smaller scale. The sky overhead is beginning to rumble. You can see cracks of lightning across the sky as a strong wind and rain begins to hail down. Corland, you open your eyes, kind of seeing the shield, the altar pulsing with this light. The water kind of lapping in as this giant bolt of lightning comes arcing down from these clouds that are now swirling around the temple. It gets probably 30, 40 feet above the temple, and then it cracks outwards, kind of lacing along an invisible field above the temple, dissipating down into the ocean, which begins to crash against the rocks and into the temple even more as the clouds above dissipate away. I believe that should do the trick.
One way to find out, right? Corland will reach out, pick up the shield.
You touch the shield. It has almost now... You kind of wipe it. It's almost like this thin layer of sea film, like, over the surface. I have to look for something very specific here. Hold on. Where are you? There it is. You kind of wipe the shield, kind of looking at it. As the storm clouds, the symbol of Talos begins to dissipate from above the temple. The waves continuing to crash in and wash seawater down across the floor, kind of into this small amphitheater, and then kind of filter out, almost looks like through some kind of gaps that are in the steps at the base level. All of you who are up above see a light glow kind of pulsing from the body of this priestess. As her form is slightly shifting.
She's a mermaid, I knew it.
Corland, you look up and you see her eyes have gone white.
Never mind, she's dead.
The hair that was this almost silky bluish green, you're starting to notice some odd angles to it.
Sister?
It's almost looking kelp-like. And she seems to stand probably 3 or 4 feet taller than she previously did. Corland, I need you to make me another religion check.
With advantage.
Please?
You know what? Everyone else make me a religion check, too.
Oh, God. Come on. Stop making me roll for stuff.
I was gonna say, I kind of Like, imagine just with these rolls, just this image of like.
Also, Taylor, if you want to start laughing, you're free to now. Thank you.
Oh.
You're welcome.
You're also free to laugh, by the way, now.
Excellent. I know exactly what's happening. I was just rolling to see if Kestrel does.
Yes.
Sometimes my laugh does sound kind of evil now that I think about it.
And you notice the spear that she was holding has... The top has transformed into this large trident head. Kestrel, you've actually heard stories about this. Though you previously thought that they were just that. They were stories. As the priestess at this temple, and now you're all looking around. Corland, you've kind of taken a step back. The temple doesn't seem to be in quite as good repair as it did when you first arrived.
Oh no.
So, can I say something real quick?
Sure.
Everybody, how far actually is the rest of the party from Corland at this point?
You're probably 15 to 20 feet away, and like 15, 20 feet above.
String me up like a turkey. It is the Bitch Queen.
It's a what?
Corland, you do not hear him say this, but yes,
I
Kestrel,
am not incorrect. This would be the more informal name I've heard for this one.
Yes, you recognize this as what the stories of the Avatar of Umberlee, also known as the Bitch Queen.
Oh gosh.
To look
boy.
like. For those of you who are not familiar, she is a completely different deity. Who is not on friendly terms with Talos.
Yeah.
The hell's going on here?
Uh-oh. So this is where we begin.
What?
Okay, we're good for this session for the week, right? Come on, let's go.
And you see
Don't you
her
fucking
eyes.
dare leave me in suspense here.
You see her eyes flash as she looks down at you, Corland. Oh, welcome, my child. I need you to make me a charisma saving throw.
You would, you motherfucker!
How many times did I let you roll to try to figure out?
Yeah, I was having a hard time keeping quiet about this. Like, he's very heavily hinting at it the whole time.
I was.
The one time my charisma is like I literally have a 10 charisma, yet my saves are in wisdom and charisma for some reason. Is that my saves?
Oh no.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, wisdom and charisma are my cleric features here. So yeah, Corland's kind of fun.
Okay. Why did that not work? For looking up spell.
And now you worship the bitch queen.
I get the distinct feeling this is going to be less cleric and more accidental warlock in its execution. Not necessarily.
I'm a freaking cleric fighter here. Come on.
not necessarily mechanically, but just, you know, sort of how it's
Corland is
set up.
going to so fucking die.
I've decided I need to not die to serve Talos. Well,
Well,
about that. About that.
yeah, Corland, as you are looking up at this, it's this weird, horrifically beautiful visage of this woman who is continuing to grow in size. You can feel the last vestiges of your connection to Talos shattering.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Sure you are.
Yeah.
I call bullshit.
Yeah. And you can feel kind of like a part of your mind kind of going fuzzy. As you look up and you see your deity smiling down on you.
Great.
That is gonna be where we are going to wrap up for the evening.
Hate you!
What was that?
I hate you so much
All
right
right.
now.